Hello everyone, today War of the Spark is out already in MTGA Arena, and I want to take you through the pre-release experience, which is sealed. And just before we start, I want to just review a little bit about the set and its mechanics. So, first let's cover the Grixis mechanic. That's a few too many S's. There is a mass. So what a mass is when you amass, you put a +1/+1 counter on an army you control. If you don't control one, create your army from scratch. So say amass 1 and you don't have an army, you create a 1/1 token or a 0/0 token with a +1/+1 counter. So yeah, it's the Grixis mechanic, meaning it will only show up in the Grixis colors, and it's pretty straightforward. There are cards that give some abilities to your MS token, your army token. For instance, Gloomy Overseer gives it Hexproof and Menace. This gives it Flying. This gives it Death Touch. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. Just something to note. When you already have an army, it will. You got to remember that the amass will work in a little bit of a hasty fashion. That means it will impact the board straight away. You'll make your army bigger and you'll be able to attack with it straight away. So it's a little bit aggressive in that sense. Also, there are some good synergies with amass. For sacrifice, for instance, there's a lot of sacrifice in the black and red colors. It's kind of a theme, and yeah, you are usually pretty fine sacrificing your 1/1 army. So So there are a couple payoffs, such as Spark Harvest pays you off for sacrificing. There are other cards. Yeah, Mayhem Devil is a sacrifice payoff in the black-red colors. Heartfire is powerful removal if you have something you're willing to sacrifice. Things like that. The other mechanic is Proliferate. So Proliferate shows up in Bant. It doesn't. It's a little bit less cards than what I thought would show up, but so the way to think about Proliferate. First, what does it do? Proliferate basically means that for any number of permanents and players, but players isn't really relevant in this set, so for any permanents on the battlefield, you can give them another +1/+1 counter or any kind of target they already have. So say, and that means for any number. So you have a board full of +1/+1 counters. Any of those creatures, you can proliferate on them and put an additional one. So that shows up in the band colors, and the way to think about proliferate. Oh, also I said only +1/+1 counters, but another common type of counter will be loyalty counters. You can proliferate on your planeswalkers to give them an additional loyalty counter. So the way to think about proliferate is A plus B type of mechanic. So you'll have the B mechanic, which is proliferate, but you'll need to have the A being +1/+1 counters for the most part. So you'll have cards that proliferate. Evolution Stage, very powerful, uncommon one. You can have repeatable proliferate. But to have any impact, you will want to have +1/+1 counters. So yeah, that worked like I wanted to. So yeah, and +1/+1 counters show up in all colors, and Proliferate also has synergy with Amass, given that the Amass tokens will always be 0/0s with +1/+1 counters, so you can make them one bigger. So yeah, also +1/+1 counters in general. We can see here a card that is very powerful with Proliferate. It is Pledge of Unity. So yeah, Pledge of Unity gives a +1/+1 counter to everything. If you can proliferate after that, you'll give everything +1/+1, and it's really, really powerful. But yeah, so proliferate, just make sure you have the good synergy with +1/+1 counters, amass tokens, and planeswalkers. And planeswalkers segues us nicely into the last quote-unquote mechanic, although it isn't really a mechanic for the set, which is planeswalkers. There are 36 planeswalkers in War of the Spark, a lot more than a usual set, and I want to show, I will not go through over all of them, but I just want to give them a general feel. So this is the first set where planeswalkers have passive abilities. So let's take Arlene, for instance. Arlene has, actually I want to take a rare planeswalker first. So, okay, Ajani. So Ajani has a passive ability which gives all your creatures vigilance. He has a +1 ability, and he has a -2 ability. It's not too different from planeswalkers that we've seen before, except for the fact that it has a passive ability. But the thing that is quite new in this set, maybe just as much as passive abilities on planeswalkers, is uncommon planeswalkers. And they feel a lot different than rare planeswalkers. Why is that? The uncommon planeswalkers, all of them, I'm just double checking, all of them have only one activated ability. So the uncommon planeswalkers, they will have always a passive ability and one activated loyalty ability. And the way that this works, all of them are minus abilities. So I want to give you like a way to think about these new type of planeswalkers, because they play a little bit differently from the rare planeswalkers we're used to. So the way planeswalkers used to work in Limited, it was very much like take the Teferi. Teferi +1s every turn, threatening to eventually win the game. They give you advantage every single turn they're on the battlefield, and oftentimes they build up towards a game-winning or a very impactful ultimate. The way the uncommon planeswalkers work, a lot of them have 5 loyalty and have -2. So the way to think about that is, best case scenario, you can take them down twice, activate them twice, then they stay on the board, giving you their passive ability, although there are exceptions. But the way to think about it, it's like with the old planeswalkers, you would defend them and gain value every single turn. With the uncommon planeswalkers, the way to think about them is you defend them and you get maximum value out of them, which is activating them as many times as possible, which is usually 2 times. You can activate them extra times. For instance, if you can proliferate them, you can get extra activations out of them. But yeah, they're still usually quite a priority to kill them. And yeah, some of them are really good. Kasmina, I'll just go through a few of them. Kasmina is really good. Angrath, which I had mouse over, is really good. Kaya is pretty good, if not a bit expensive. There are some actually bad ones. Narset in Limited is quite poor. The fact that you just can miss often doesn't really impact the battlefield much. Huatli is pretty bad as well. So it's a little bit different, as in the planeswalkers aren't immediately game winning. And yeah, that's all the considerations I wanted to make before. We could go over the gold cards, but yeah, no, not really. The gold cards are pretty vanilla. They don't tell you too much, but yeah. that was the primer, just on the mechanics, so you know what's up with the set. And now, let's open a sealed pool and see what we can do here. First, take a look at our 6 rares and mythics. Hopefully some bombs here. Oof. Literal worst card in the set, probably. What is Mobilized District? It's okay. If I play 2 colors, I'll definitely play that. Vivian is a rare. Oh, wow. Look. Wow. Wow. Okay. We have stuff going. Ugin is one of the best cards in the set and will go in every single deck due to the fact that it's colorless. Gideon is a powerful mythic planeswalker. And Vivian is a powerful rare planeswalker. And what is Nahab? I forgot about Nahab. Nahab. This card, I think I missed Nahab during spoiler season. So deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker. Discard any number of cards. If you do, you can wheel as many cards as you want, and it even ramps you. Wow, it's a powerful card. It's a pretty powerful card. Also just a 5/4 Trampler for 4. So yeah, we have very good cards in 3 colors. Thankfully, Ugin can go into any deck. And yeah, let's see what we have here. Just for starters, I will separate all the pull cards from every color. Like really powerful cards that are reasons for me to play those specific colors. Prison Realm, Quality Removal. I don't know if I separate the Wonder. I think I will. It's not too powerful, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, that's it for white. Blue, we have a lot of good commons. Like, these are all serviceable. Relentless Advance, but there aren't really pulls. They don't, like, I don't see a Cosminic Transmutation and think, wow, I have to be blue. These are more cards such as Temia's Epiphany, very powerful card advantage engine. Yeah, otherwise, blue is pretty dry. This is kind of good with removal spell, but yeah. Black, Davriel, love Davriel. Davriel can be a triple mind draw, and it's really nice in that way. It can get you some damage as well. Pretty good card. Omnixilis Cruelty and Spark Harvest. Omnixilis Cruelty especially is just extremely efficient removal. One thing that I didn't mention, the removal in the set is bonkers. We can see here like Jaya's Greeting, common removal, just Lightning Strike that can't hit players or planeswalker. It's just really strong. Also looks like we have a lot of good red. Just welcome, Heb. Yeah. Not a easy pull. Not a straightforward pull, I would say. We're really gonna have to give a good look on all colors. So yeah, white has Gideon. Gideon is awesome. Yeah, this is pretty good. We do have some good filler as well. We have some good filler. Martyr for the Cause is okay. Yeah, we're gonna be taking our time here. The mono blue is pretty weak. Also, let's take a good look at our gold cards. Gleamy Overseer. Yeah, we have some good gold cards. Elite Guard Mage, super efficient. Gleamy Overseer, really good. The Spark, good removal. Ral's Arcburst, pretty great. I'm not a fan of Invade the City and Sealed. Angrath is really powerful. Our red is really pulling us. Let's just take a look at what we have in red. Our green, despite having Vivian, our green is not too interesting, I would say. Yeah. Green is kind of boring at the moment. Probably not playing green, I would imagine. So anyways, separate the red. Parahelix, Triumph, Reading, Naheb, Spellgorger, weird, sure. This is mostly filler at this point. Reminiscent is pretty playable. Okay, it's a good pile. And we can go over 3 colors. This set does not have guild gates in every pack. Like, actually, this set doesn't have guild gates at all, with the exception of Gateway Plaza, which we will play probably. So the mana fixing is pretty much Gateway Plaza, Mana Geode, Guild Globe, and green cards. Green has powerful fixing in this set, such as Nurturer. But yeah. So yeah, this is some good red. White, we do have some pull towards white, of course. Gideon, Blackblade, Wanderer, Crescent, Pegasus, Populous. Green, white, red seems good. Seems like quite the straightforward. We don't have payoffs for Defiant Strike, do we? There are some. Oh, one thing I didn't go through. There is kind of a minor, very minor theme of heroic in the set. Like, it's not written as heroic, but cards that whenever you target them with a spell of your own, they trigger and do something nice. This deck looks interesting. I don't think we need to go much more complex than this. We could splash something, like Elite Guildmage perhaps. Oh, we can definitely splash Rouse's Outburst, perhaps. Yeah, we could splash like blue for these two very powerful gold cards. We're not forced to do so, but we might want to do so. In mono blue, we could splash Tamiyo's Epiphany. That depends on how aggressive we want to be. And yeah, green doesn't have much. Black has some powerful cards like Omnixless Cruelty and Spark Harvest, although Spark Harvest is less splashable because to pay its full cost, you do need to pay double black. Oh, I didn't know this was an uncommon. I thought it was a rare. It's pretty cool. So yeah, let's think a bit. Yeah, no more gold cards that we want to play, I would say. So we could play the Geode, but we need to look at how fast are we looking to be. Because we could have a more focused deck without these gold cards. Without the gold cards. I want to have a pretty functional deck. Maybe the splash isn't worth it here, especially we have a lot of double-costed cards, Nahab, Angrath, and Gideon. So let's actually stay 2 colors, I think, this time. The deck looks good. That looks pretty good. The Manticore is good. Turatoga is also good. I missed those 2. So let's see some final cuts. I would say this is a 17 land deck for sure. Excuse me. So yeah, what should be our cuts? Crop Invader. Crop Invader. And Crop Invader is a solid aggressive card, I think. Are we gaining life? Are we enabling Pridemate in any way? Are we gaining any life? We're not. I don't think we are. I really don't think we are. There's no lifelink. There is no incidental life gain. Huh. Does Gideon give lifelink? Okay, Gideon gives lifelink, although there is a very minor synergy with our best card already. So Johnny's Pridemate isn't really doing much. If we can pretty much never trigger it, it's just vanilla. And if we're playing a vanilla 2-2, Martyr for the Cause ends up being better. And we already have a lot of 2s. So let's actually separate non-creatures from creatures. Does this trigger Spellguardian Weird? Yes, Planeswalkers do trigger Spellguardian Weird. That's nice. Is that all? Is the Wanderer? No, we're missing the Wanderer. Okay, I have a good creature count, like 16 creatures at the moment. Oh, also Prison Realm. So yeah, that looks solid. So for the final cut, so looking, oh, we play the Manland here, I think. Even though we have a lot of double-costed cards, I think Mobilized District is so worth it. We could also play 18 lands with Mobilized District, but I don't really think it's necessary. Let's leave it in for now. I think it's okay. Yeah, all our non-creatures are pretty powerful. All powerful removal spells, powerful planeswalkers. Wow, we actually have 4 planeswalkers. We're really playing War of the Spark here. And yeah, we could cut Grim Initiate, although I have heard good things about it. And yeah, I think it's a fine card to have. As for the rest, I guess I'll cut Ancrop Invader. This doesn't do too much. And yeah, let's just think about the mana base for a bit. So we have 2 double cost red and 1 double cost white. So we have kind of a red bias. So this would be 9-8. 9-8 seems functional. Yeah, 9-8 seems functional. I think we can't play Mobilized District. I think that's better than just going 9-9. So yeah, seems worth it. So the deck looks pretty good. I'll just take a quick screenshot and we'll get on our way to the games. We're playing 4 powerful planeswalkers. I mean, the Wanderer is not an amazing planeswalker, but yeah, we have 2 solid bombs. I think hopefully we can do well here. Just one thing about this set, my impression so far is that it's really high power level. Like, the removal is really good, everyone has planeswalkers all over the place, and yeah. Okay, this hand is a little bit slow because of playing off of Gateway Plaza. Other than, also we can play Grim Initiate turn 1, but I think it's a keep for sure. But yeah, it's a shame that we'll go off the gates pretty slow because of our gate. We can also play Marta for the cause turn 2 and play Gateway Plaza turn 3, but I don't think that's really worth it. Because anyways, if I play this turn 2, I can go Martyr plus Grim Initiate. I also wouldn't mind just drawing a Swamp turn 1, a Mountain turn 1, so I could go Initiate, Martyr, Pegasus, and then we would have a pretty easy game, I think. Martyr. Okay, now we drew a lot of white cards. So I'm kind of debating, do I want to play the Plaza so I can turn on my red cards? I think I'm just gonna try to not slow myself down. Give myself a chance to draw one of my 8 mountains and just curve out a little bit better. Get this Rising Populace on the board as soon as possible. Also, it's kind of cute, I think. Like, if Martyr dies and Rising Populace is on the battlefield, I think we can get the counter first and then proliferate because we just choose the order for the triggers. Let's just... Yeah. We don't have auto-choose triggered abilities checked, so we can manually order them as we want. So, okay, opponent has all their colors, I imagine, if they're only going 3. And just pass, a little bit suspect. Well, oh, we have 2 Rising Populaces now. So let's play that. They might have a defensive combat trick here, but I think I still attack if I can get my Rising Populace going. That seems solid. I don't mind trading this for a combat trick. They can also use something like Divine Arrow. Divine Arrow's 2 mana to deal 4. Oh. That's annoying. So this is instant speed removal in green. It's really solid card. Really solid green card. Okay, you just take 2. Well, we have another Rising Populace. Nice. We did just what we wanted. We drew a mountain, and now we'll be able to not have to slow ourselves down with Gate 1000. So play the Grim Initiate and attack them for 2. Chandra's Triumph, super powerful card. Just Lightning Strike pretty much. Yeah, just Lightning Strike that can't go face. Okay, so I think the game is placing it in the correct order. So this resolves first, then this does its thing. Cool. So we already have a 4/4. Very nice. And yeah, our creature did take the Divine Arrow, the common removal for white. I'm gonna not block. I don't want to risk my Rising Populace. I can just take 2 here. No reason to eat a combat trick. Wanderer Strike. Exile, wow. That's powerful. So, okay, we get to play out our hand here. So play Trusted Pegasus and attack with the Grim Initiate. Opponent hasn't done much besides killing our creatures. They played 3 removal spells, all of them common, all of them super solid, and that's kind of how the set is. There is a lot of solid common removal, and all of these aren't the best the set has to offer. There's also like Obnixilis Cruelty, things like that. Jaya's Welcome, which we have in our deck. Very powerful cards. So the Wanderer not doing much, so we won't play the Wanderer until they give us a target. I think that's how to play. Since this, obviously, as an uncommon Planeswalker, this does not have a +1 ability, so we'll hold on to a target and just attack them for 3. Yeah. I would love for them to play 2 targets in a row for the Wanderer. Okay, so yeah, I kind of expected that to happen. Another Divine Arrow kills our Pegasus. This Pegasus is insane. That is one powerful Pegasus. It's not a 1/3 like the other 2 Pegasus that we had were. I'm almost firing off this Chandra's Triumph. Especially since I have means to deal with bigger creatures. I'll see what they play first. Paradise Road, huh? Well, come on, opponent. Don't be annoying. Yeah, good Chandra's Triumph, Martyr, and yeah, they aren't really offering us better targets. Might as well do that. Getting a little bit flooded here. I can just play this land and pass. Initiate as a blocker to the Druid. Come on, play something I can exile. Oh, that's the opposite of that. they'll just make three wolves, and we're gonna be in big trouble here. Yeah, we can't pressure Arlen, and Arlen's just gonna make 3 big wolves, and they can even proliferate and make 4th wolf. They can, I mean, they're green-white, so they probably have proliferate cards. Yeah, we're in trouble. We drew a few too many lands. We're in danger now. We're gonna need something like Ugin. Now Geode. Oh boy, and yeah. Well, now we can at least exile a wolf. That's really looking at it from the bright side. I'll leave the initiate to protect the Wanderer as much as we can, although we're probably not getting a second activity. Jeez, our opponent's a douche. Okay, we have a powerful turn here. We can defend ourselves a little bit. Okay, best turn. Make another wolf. Yeah, looks like we can protect the Wanderer this turn, maybe. Not anymore. They're actually attacking us, which is a little bit surprising. I think it's slow chump block, especially since this does have a mass 1 when it dies. So let's do that. Get to exile the bigger wolf. That's not a good draw. But yeah. Well. Also, they proliferated just as I predicted, and they'll be able to cash in Arlen for a final wolf. So that was 4 3/3s. I mean, the last one's just a 2/2. Didn't think about that. So yeah, they did get full value from Arlen and a little bit more. Venom also had all the removal, 5 removal spells. Pyrohelix. I think we still die, but this is something. We can kill the wolf. We'll see. Oh, we can also trigger the Prophet. Okay. So how do we want to do this? We can Pyrohelix. Let's pass the blockers already. We can block like this. No, like this we die. We can block like this, Pyrohelix these two. It's too bad the trigger for the Prophet isn't doing much else. Yeah, I don't think there are better blocks than this. Just go ahead and... So... can also do this and... oh. Well, it's not too different. Well, yeah, we're in a tough position. So Pyrohelix, 1 and 1. Yeah. Too bad the Prophet couldn't do much more than this. It's just chump blocking at the end of the day. I guess we could have taken the 3/3 down instead of the 2/2. Yeah, that was a bad optimization by me. No, we could have blocked. Yeah, we could have blocked this water. That was not the best block. But it doesn't really matter as we draw final land here. Yeah, the game went sour. Guess we just drew lands when we couldn't. But yeah, we have a solid deck here. Definitely didn't draw our best cards. So let's see how we do here on match number 2. Another hand where Gateway Plaza is really being super annoying, but still keep. Pass turn. Well, this time I'll probably play Gateway Plaza. Ooh, Gideon. Gids. So yeah, Gateway Plaza is really hurting us, but I think it's still correct to play it? I don't know. Should we be playing another land? I don't know. The thing is, Gateway Plaza is actually serving us here because Gateway Plaza would actually be a plane, so this hand would be a lot worse without Gateway Plaza. So they play Kiora. Kiora draws you a card whenever a big creature comes down, and it also can ramp and untap things. So Gideon. Playing Gideon here doesn't do much. It kind of exposes it more than I would like. So I think we just lay down Martyr of the Cause and just pass turn. It's not as mana efficient, but sets up Gideon a little bit nicely. Saratog, that is a big guy. Also draws him a card. Ooh, Kiora being powerful here. So I can trade. And if I draw land, I can wander the Saratog away. I'm losing proliferate value. I'm gonna hold on to Martyr. We don't draw land. I can attack Kiora. And I can attack Kiora and trade 2 for 1 myself on the Saratog. That seems bad with the Wanderer in my hand. I guess I just pass. I can leave some removal for the Operative at instant speed. Kiora is really pressuring us. They're drawing a lot of cards. Yeah, this is going poorly. It's going really poorly. Can attack us with just Saratog. So I think we trade off Wanderer this away. Sure. So block. Which of these? Oh, Scry 1 has a lot of value right now, which can help us sort of guarantee a land drop. Not guarantee, but help us find our 4th land, which is important at the moment. Okay. Yeah, confirm 0. You can also proliferate your opponent's permanents, but in this format, you'll usually not do that. I say usually because with cards such as the Wanderer, write that down. With cards such as the Wanderer, you might want to make your opponent's creature bigger. It's kind of a bad draw, but play it and pass turn. We can still crawl our way back into this game. But they have drawn a lot of cards, so we're not doing too hot on that front. Okay, Mayhem Devil, 3/3. What is this? Oh, it's a proliferate land. Okay. What did they do afterwards? Oh, they just paid for Gateway Plaza, sure. So, can we draw land here? Okay, we draw land. So we have access to a bit. We can actually... We can kill these 2. Get some scry value. We can play... We have a lot of possible plays. We can play these 2. We can play Gideon. That seems like the worst option. And we can play the Wanderer. How well can we protect the Wanderer? Not too well. So I think I actually like just killing the smaller creatures. We also get some scries. I think that's the bottom. Not sure what I'm looking for. Forest creature is not it. Pirate Helix. This. Just one target. Yeah. Pressure Kiora so it doesn't stay on the battlefield forever. Okay, that's kind of a bad turn for them. Maybe they can still use some. Okay, that's their whole turn. So I think we're crawling our way back. I wonder what they have in hand that they chose to just proliferate. Maybe they. I can only imagine they have 4 lands in hand because. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So play a Wonder. Does this trigger? Oh, nice. It does trigger. I still think we don't need lands. More lands. We have 3 cards we can already play. We're not fighting for lands here, so exile this horrible Hippo and attack Kiora. And yeah, the Wanderers being solid here makes it so if they play a big dude, it kind of does nothing. If they play a small dude, we can just work ourselves to protect the Wanderer and develop our board. Okay, that's nice. That's nice that we bottom those lands because like if we drew lands, that's fine, and if we drew spells, that's also fine. So we kind of bottom so we don't draw like multiple lands in a row. So we have Gids here. I think we don't have attacks after. Yeah, we don't really have attacks. But I think we still played a Gideon. Like Gideon actually has a plus, so getting Gideon online has its benefits. We can also just play Turret Ogre to have a huge guy. It's gonna actually make Gideon better because it can play Gideon, give the Turret Ogre Vigilance. Yeah, I think Ogre is the play. Lady Ogre and pass. Next turn, if we draw land, I can go Battalion into Gideon, and that's pretty insane. So, pass turn. Elder Spell, wow, okay. Elder Spell is a really powerful card. You can destroy as many Planeswalkers as you want, and I guess we got really paid off for not playing Gideon. Like, if they killed both Gideon and the Wanderer left us with just a Prophet, we wouldn't be too hot right now. So let's attack. So this only triggers for flying creatures, okay. So let's attack Kiora for what could be lethal and play ahead. Again, we're holding on to this Gideon, but the head's pretty strong. So does it gain indestructible? It gains, okay. So we trade for the combat trick, that's fine. That was just a pawn, just a fat pawn. So oh, also for each card I pitch, I ramp. That's kind of nice. Now this is a rare Planeswalker. Okay. So it's whenever it attacks. Oh no, it's deal combat damage. So we're gonna pitch this plane since we do ramp. And I think we play Gideon straight away. Maybe. Okay. Opponent had enough apparently. Well, yeah, they aren't doing much. Yeah, that was quite a comeback. I guess opponent didn't draw too well off of Kiora. Just ended up with a lot of air. Like that turn where they just use their land to proliferate Like if they had done anything else, like they play a 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana spell, it would be pretty hard for me to win the game. But yeah, got a break in that way. So we're up against Ensence. I have no idea. We have our best hand so far. Let's keep that. Kilder turn 2. Play a Populace. Hopefully playing a Heb, although that can take a while since we're off from double red. Well, that's double red. Okay, opponent misses their 3. No reason for me to play the district right now. So some red removal, yeah, just like we planned. Like I thought they would play it too, and I would play it removal, but instead the opposite happened. So Nahab is pretty resilient against the red removal of the set. The red removal of the set mostly deals 3. So they played a Crunch. Crunch can't attack alone, but it can block. So it can block Nahab. I should have played a District. So it can block Nahab, but we have removal for it. And Nahab's gonna be... Oh, we really should have played a District because I would have liked to discard a Mountain. I don't particularly want to discard a District. Yeah, that was a little bit of a punch. Wow, opponent's really attacking us, so yeah. I'm not gonna trade for these. Gideon, which we cannot play. So I guess we can attack with the Heb. Pitch the District, which... yeah, was kind of a misplay. And then... say we draw white. Let's Jaya's Greeting straight away so we know what's on top of our deck. If it's a Plains... I don't know what I'm thinking. So, Jaya's Greeting here. Manticore is solid. We'll leave it on top. And we'll actually not discard with Nahab. Now our hand is gas. We'll leave everything in hand. Submit 0. And then we can kill this now to be safe. With the Power Helix. Or we can be greedy. Yeah, let's not be greedy. What are the combat tricks? I have the combat tricks here for quick reference. So red doesn't have too many toughness giving combat tricks. It's Summit Sprint, which is kind of bad, but there's also Giant Growth. I'm gonna err on the side of safety here and just kill this right away. Pass turn. The awkward thing is about this Manticore. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should have scribed this to the bottom because we're not doing anything this turn. So I can offer a trade for Nahab and even get in for 3. Yeah, because we won't really have an answer for the Crocodile, so I don't feel... Oh, it also counts legendary creatures. Didn't know about that, so we're... yeah, that's cool. Oh, it has Vigilance, so we're still keeping Chandra's Triumph up. Not that it's relevant because of the Crocodile. Okay, so they're taking... do I want to maybe discard something? Yeah, maybe the Manticore was a mistake to leave on top. I don't know. Feels bad to not do anything this turn. Maybe we should have... I probably should have just not done this. Pitch Gideon, play Manticore. I don't know, but at this point I think just leave it as is. So let's just decline. It's interesting that you can both decline or submit 0. So yeah. Well, New Horizons. Okay, so that's gonna make their crocodile a little bit bigger. And are they attacking? No, they can attack and play a blocker, I guess. Okay, so Martyr for the cause. We could do that attack again. But not really. I actually like discarding something and playing the Manticore. Hopefully they don't have a trick and this just straight. If they Giant Growth here, have a huge Crocodile, it would probably be a lost game. So discard this. It's gonna add a red mana. Guess we don't really need a red mana, but whatever. So play the Manticore, and that's powerful. That's pretty powerful. They're gonna have to play a big creature, and we already have Gideon mana. We're doing well for ourselves. Proliferate land. So that's a rare. A lot of people are playing it. Should be worth it, I guess. Chandra, I think they're dead. Like, they need to play a big creature at this point. That is... okay, that leaves them alive, kind of. So, how do we want to do this? Oh, actually we can activate the land, and... yeah, if we activate the land, I think they're dead. I don't know, how much does activating the land cost? It actually costs 4 now. Okay, so let's play Gideon instead. Play the Gideon. All abilities aren't too... I guess I give it Vigilance, so choose this. Vigilance. Could give it Lifelink because they're probably having to block with everything. Whatever. Send both at Chandra. I could also have given the token Indestructible. Man, playing a new set is pretty interesting. Yeah, giving the army Indestructible would have been better, I guess. Okay. So Gideon's at 5 loyalty. Oh crap, this can go to Planeswalkers. Oh. Well, we really should have gone for Gideon. Well, now I'm just gonna kill Chandra to deny them off a draw. And I feel confident about this game. We didn't play this turn as well as we could. We exposed our Gideon to Chandra. If we played Gideon, which we did, since we played Gideon, we should have given the army token Indestructible, so yeah. Planeswalkers are typically interesting cards to play with, and yeah. Well, opponent left themselves dead on the battlefield, right? They really did. Okay. Yeah, we just animate our man land and attack, but there you were pretty then, besides that. So, nice, we get a win here. Nice little win. And move on to our next match in a second. Okay, so 2-1 currently. Let's move on to match number 4. I like our deck, I like our bombs, I like our curve. I have 3 bombs like Nahab, Gideon, and Ugin. Still haven't seen the Ugin yet. Okay, now this hand might just be a mulligan. We have 9 red sources in the deck. We have 2 double red cards in the deck. I think we're better off pitching this. This is much better. Feels bad to scry Angraf to the bottom. Haven't played with it yet, and it's a really solid card, but we need to look for that 3rd land drop. Okay, now we have kind of a curve. So Jai's greeting our Prophet. I guess it's not the end of the world if we don't draw land next turn. Also, I could just upkeep Jai. No, that's a bad move. It's close. I guess this hand doesn't mind missing land drop for a little while. So play the Prophet and pass. Hopefully we just naturally draw lane here. Ali. Okay, natural land. Well, so we're gonna play either Border or Populous. 2/3 2/2, 3 mana 2/2s that grow. Let's play Populous first. And leave the Prophet as a blocker for the Vampire. Yeah. This turn I'm much more willing to block. The last turn I was kind of chickened out of the block because there is the 3 mana 3/2 that kills something that took damage that turn, so didn't want to expose myself to that. Well, it was a weird sound in my house. So let's just play the Gorger, another creature that grows, and show for a bit. We're building towards a board stall here. So they're offering, yeah, I'm not interested in this trade. I have big plans for these two. Okay, now we have removal. So we'll just pass with our removal. Well, I have a couple options. I can fire this off on this, or I can just block and fire this off on another one. This exposes me a little bit less. Let's just kill this straight away. Oh, does this exile? No, it doesn't exile. So, yeah, just kill the Herald here. It's a mass 2, right? You also get a scry. So, land. Yeah, I don't mind a land. I'll take a land. You also get to scry twice. Okay. And yeah, our growing creatures have started to grow. And yeah, I think we attack the weird here. So yeah, they just take. Sure. None of these are solid targets, so I'll just develop my board further. Play the Turret Ogre to be mana efficient and pass turn. As good as the Pegasus is. Ooh, Bleeding Edge is powerful. Like 2 for 1, really. So they're offering me a trade for the Ogre, although they can have some combat tricks. not sure how I feel about this. Since I can't, a 4/4 is kind of hard for me to deal with the removal that I have. I think I'm fine offering the trade, accepting the trade, but yeah, it looks like we're eating a... Okay, we don't eat a combat trick. Yeah, I'm very happy to get that off the battlefield. It was a little bit big. A little bit big. Okay, nice. Now we can play Pegasus and something else. So... attack with the Weirdo. Attack with the Prophet as well, I guess? No, the Prophet's a solid blocker. They can just attack me with everything if I attack with the Prophet. Yeah. And we'll play out all our creatures. And we can actually activate this. This is a solid 2-draw. Okay, Griffin is another creature that's hard for us to block, to remove. So the rest of Pegasus can't really attack. I guess we keep attacking with the Weird. Yeah, not much else, I would say. Do I activate this creature? It's just 1 extra damage. It's really just 1 extra damage. Guess I will do that. Oh, it also gives only other creatures, so... But yeah. I could so, like, double block this and activate, but that's kind of a risky maneuver, and we're doing fine this game. Don't need to take too many risks. This opportunist is gonna start being annoying, so maybe firing off Chandra's Shrine could be a possibility. Zangraf? Yeah, Angraff's at the bottom. I was thinking, like, if we draw Angraff, give everything menace, but we can't do that. So yeah, here any of our planeswalkers would be pretty great. Okay, a slow turn there. Just getting back the Dread Horde. They also can't really attack because the Griffin's holding a lot of damage. Okay. Well, we'll keep attacking them. Triple block. Well, need to feel the battlefield to think. So the Spellgorger Weird cannot survive. But we can kill every single thing here. So I think we Chandra's Triumph Martyr for the cause, so they don't get value out of the Proliferate, and then just let damage happen, I guess. We could also just leave something on the battlefield. We could kill maybe the Vampire and the Herald, and leave the Martyr on the battlefield, leave Chandra's Triumph in hand. But I guess the Scry here is also solid value, so the order doesn't really matter. Kill the Martyr, so they get no value. I get my Scry. I don't think this is what I'm looking for at this point in the game. It's mostly a 3-mana 3/2. Shard can attack through the Griffin, kind of, with some help. I think I need to be greedy here. I have solid hits. I have Ugin, the Heb, Gideon, the 6-mana Manticore. So, yeah. They'll be left with a 2/2 army and the Griffin, so we're kind of on a stalemate, but they have a lot of cards in hand, so things could start to get ugly here if we don't draw well. Ugin's Conjurant. It's an XX. It's an X cost XX. That's powerful. Wow. That's a good card to have in your pool. It just kind of goes into any deck. So if damage would be dealt, just remove a +1/+1 counter and prevent. Oh boy. I guess that's Martyr and Pass, and we're gonna need powerful spells. The Wanderer would be solid to get this Conjurant off of the battlefield. Martyr. Such a pawn. So yeah. And we can't take too many Conjurant hits. It's a 3-turn clock by itself. So eventually we'll need to start throwing creatures under the bus. Oh. So they sacrifice that and also get proliferate. Oh wow, they're getting aggro on us. Guess I'm gonna triple block the army. We only lose one creature if they have nothing, and because we don't really have an aggressive draw here. If I had like a give +2/+2 to everything, I would value keeping everything on the board. But as is, just do this. Come on, Wanderer. Wanderer, okay. I'll take a Griffin. So we kind of want to chump block this turn, so I'll just attack with the Martyr, play the Griffin, and pass. It's gonna be bad if they have removal, but if they have removal, I don't think we're winning the game anyways. That's a forced block. So that's gonna go down to 6. This card's pretty good. Could see playing like Bridgevine and Wanderer, maybe? I don't know. We draw a land, and we're gonna be dead here pretty soon. That's game, really. Just want to see what I drew. Oh wow. Oh, okay. That's good. I won't lie, that's pretty good. Davriel, well, now we're dead, because Davriel is gonna trigger. We're gonna take 3 from the Griffin, so... Still game. Even though we did survive the board, we're still dead here. Dead on our upkeep, so we're currently 2-2. So yeah. Tough times on War of the Spark Sealed. Really want to win this next game. So hopefully it won't be our last. Okay. We're up against Sisra 193. Sorry for the audio stutter there. Got a solid hand. Opponent mulligans to 6. Ooh, Gideon. Uncastable Gideon, but Gideon nonetheless. Well, now it's a castable Gideon. I think I play War's Creature just because it protects Gideon a little bit better. Teo's Light Shield, so that's gonna be a 1/4. Pretty solid card. Much better than Teo itself. So give it Vigilance. It's kind of confusing, like the loyalty and the power and toughness at the same time. And yeah, this Gideon threatens to win the game. Ah, yeah, that's Planeswalker removal. Well, the thing about this set is there's a lot of Planeswalker interaction. So yeah, Gideon would actually be much better in a regular set. So we do a little bluff attack here, and Vraska's Fang. Vraska's Assassin. Okay, sorry to thirst, that's fine. I'll take that trade. Well, the Hab is online. I will pitch Martyr and something else to play the Manticore, if I can. What does Sorin do? Another rare Planeswalker, so... Okay, that's kind of irrelevant, right? Just pings me for 1. It does go up by a lot. So... I'm gonna tech Sorin. What's its -X? Reanimates a creature. So, yeah, anyways, attack Sorin. Okay. Well, I was gonna just use Pirate Helix to finish it off, but they're defending it pretty well. So what I can do here is pitch 2 cards to use 6 mana. So I guess I can pitch Martyr plus the Plains and play... Actually, I could just pitch Martyr. No, I want to pitch the Plains. So pitch these 2 to play the Manticore. Seems super strong. Seems hard to beat. Sweet. I think I'm gonna hold on to the Plains to just pitch it next turn. Manticore, and now our board we have a lot of power on our side. Have a lot of power on our side. Opponent also plays a big dude. So Sorin pings. Yeah, Sorin's uptick, well, it gives him a lot of loyalty. It just doesn't do much. I still want to focus Sorin, of course. Okay, so they're gonna downtick to get the Light Shield back on. If they put it on the Behemoth, that can actually trade with Nahab and deprive me of its trigger, which is annoying. So, we actually have an interesting play here where we can Chandra's Spire Helix to make it so we get the Nahab trigger. Kind of like that play a little bit. So play Spellgorger weird. Since I'm playing the Pirate Helix, I want to play the Spellgorger. Attack, attack. And I think even attack, like, it's bad if they block the army token, but they aren't gonna do that. I think I'm betting that they're not gonna do that. Yeah, they'll just think that I'm desperate to get Sorin off the battlefield. Okay, so they're blocking ahead. They block just Nahab, don't even use the Light Shield, so yeah, I don't think using Pirate Helix here just to get the trigger is worth it, since our hand is pretty okay. If we had like 3 lands, I would 2 lands on the Fire Helix, I would do that. So I guess that's fine. We'll hold on to the Pyro Helix. Trade and have for that huge hippo. Oh, it's actually hippo. I thought it was like a beast. Didn't know it was actual type hippo. Okay, well now opponent's in big trouble if they don't have a spell here. So let's play Turret Ogre first, I guess. I want to have Pirate Helix up. Since they have a lot of mana up, I want to have Pirate Helix up. So do I care about getting rid of the shield? That's just best priority. I did that to be safe against combat threats, and then just do this. I could hold on to the Pyro Helix, but this makes my board that much more threatening. So we'll just do it now. Tidebreaker Giant draws them a card. Wow, this kind of stopped our attacks completely. We could attack with everything. They block. Turret Ogre, take 9, go to 3. They take 9, go to 3, we go down to... No, it's too risky for my taste. We're not in a desperate position by any means. So I'll just hold on to this stalemate, hope to draw good spells. And yeah, that's a heck of a good spell. If opponent doesn't have an instant, I think this is just lethal. They can only block 1 creature. All of them have menace. First time casting Aggro. Looks like it just won us the game. Yep. Sweet. And we still haven't drawn Ugin. Ugin. Eugene. So, is it even in our deck? I'm just gonna double check. I'm paranoid like that. Yes, Ugin's right here. Oh. Come on, show up. Show up. I want to go Nahab into Ugin. 2-drop into Gideon, into Nahab, into Ugin. It's a pretty nice curve. So, okay, we're up against Deathlos. Can't really keep this 2-lander. Ooh, here's Ugin, and a good hand with it. Do I want this land? I'm gonna say no. I could just play the game to just get to Ugin on turn 6, but it just seems a little bit risky. Play initiative of our own. Okay, I could offer... Don't want to offer the trade. And I'm just gonna pass. I guess I'm getting Jai's greeted here. Yeah, common removal. It's quite powerful this set. It's quite the change from recent limited sets. Well, now they're gonna have their crunch, but I can either play Populous with the plan to trade here, or I can play the Wanderer. I think I'll just play the Wanderer. Get that crunch out of there. opponent's turn. Also, I have... Oh, this is actually good in this matchup. I forgot about the Wanderer's passive. It just stops all red removal. Wow, that's good. That's quite good. That is quite a relevant passive on this matchup. That's nice. I remember, like, the limited resources review really not caring about the passive much, so I thought it was the hexproof. I thought it was Teo's ability where you get hexproof, which that one is pretty bad. Are you just jumping here? I thought they did the trick. I was ready to punish them with Prerelease. I just pass. Well, now we have 2 6-drops, which is kind of awkward. Well, Kazmina is a powerful one. We'll try to fight that off as much as possible. I guess we can stop its second activation here. So, what do they pitch? Red Horde Twins, so I guess they have a pretty solid hand. So, I could Pirate Helix Kazmina, but there's a cute line here where I Pirate Helix the token and my initiate make this into a 3/3. Nah, but that's just silly. That's just silly. Let's kill the mage. Deal 2 to it. Oh, Angraph's solid. Angraph just kills Kazmina on the spot. So, attack this with Menace. Amass 2. Protecting my planeswalkers, and yeah, this is a game that's going well for me. Well, so it lost all its abilities. That's fine. Yeah, of course I'll protect Graph. So we have Menace, so we'll just attack with everything. So play a Rising Populace. Mass for 2 and attack for 2. So now they will be able to kill Angrath, which deprives me of its passive, or stop the Wanderer from activating. If they have a big creature, they'll probably just attack the Wanderer and play it. Dude. Oh wow, that's I totally missed that. Oh, that's an interesting interaction, and kind of it was a punt by me. Like, Kazmina Transmutation made it so my creature didn't have Menace. Is this a layers thing? Is this a layers thing? I'm curious now. Like, had they play Kazmina Transmutation and then I play Angrath, would it then have Menace? I think this is a layers thing. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna have to ask a judge. Because this says this has no abilities, this says this has Menace. They say at the same time, and I think they operate on the same layer, so I think whichever came last matters. So, well, we can attack with the Populace, but then we're gonna lose. I guess if we attack with the Populace, we protect the Wanderer. So do I value having a big board here? Actually, trading for the Even Eternal seems fair to me. see if they double block. No fear from combat tricks from our opponent. So kill the Eternal. Hopefully draw a land next turn so we can play a powerful 6-drop. Oh, so Ugin destroys multicolored. Okay. 6 up, making a burb. Wow, Ugin is insane. Okay. Well. Missing my land drop here. Do want to get to 6. Like, these cards are pretty insane. I'll probably play Ugin first, as long as we still have an okay board. So we kill the Wanderer. That might turn on some removal from them, just something to be careful about. Missing land drops. Just keep passing. Yeah, they have a lot of flyers, which is bad for my Ugin. Oh, they made a mistake. If you play this on the end step, that's not gonna come back until their end step. You need to play this, yeah. Oops, indeed. You need to play this like on the second main phase if you wanna be aggressive. Anyways, let's come back to a +1/+1 counter. Okay. So what do I play? Playing the Manticore makes this into a 4/4. Playing the Ugin, I can make a bird straight away. Goes up to 5. It seems risky. Like, I don't know how much I can defend Ugin at this point. I guess I'll just go with the Manticore. It just makes it harder. Like, if I have all this board and I play Ugin, it's gonna be harder for them to just take the whole turn attacking Ugin. They cast Jace. Pretty hard to cast that. Oh, it mills me for 2. I just remembered the draw card. So, okay. Also, the ultimate is pretty game winning, so let's just be careful about that. But yeah, our turn will probably be just play Ugin and attack everything. Well, Chess Greeting is pretty good. Chess Greeting is pretty good. So this is costing 4 to activate. So we have the choice between Ugin and Chess Greeting. How would their blocks look? Like if we can block this. I think playing Ugin is solid here. I can even attack them and leave the Jace be. Do I get to see the card? I don't think I... Oh, I do get to see the card. That's cool. So... I'm attacking them for 11. This is close. This is close. This flies, right? Oh, I thought this flying. I was calling this a bird the whole time. I thought it was a flyer. So we'll attack them for everything. They can... I don't know. It's pretty hard to compare. Like, can they even save Jace? They can use a lot of resources to save Jace. That's for sure. I don't know, I think I go for them. I let them draw a card. It's risky, it's not value oriented, but whatever. Are they really going for the double chomp? Okay, I don't mind that. You also get to proliferate Ugin. So it's definitely gonna survive. Oh, and my army token. So yeah, things are going well. Things are going pretty well. So they have a rare planeswalker here. Cast an instant, it deals 1 target. Okay, Ral isn't doing much here. Also, did they? Yeah, they definitely used this on the weird order. They should have Ral'd, Scryed first, and then used that. That was kind of weird. Don't see them attacking Ugin here. Yeah, they're kind of done. So activate, kill this, and activate my land. Oh, it costs less than 4. And just go for the win. I think this is a win, right? Yeah, they take way more than 9. Sweet. Sweet. We got ourselves a win there. Alright, currently 4-2. 4-2, yeah. Definitely want to win more. Want to pay off my sealed. I actually played a little bit of War of the Spark before just to get ready. Didn't do too hot. Definitely didn't pay myself off. So yeah, I want to do well in this sealed league. And I do think we have a good deck. First time playing Ugin, very game-winning card. Like, and yeah, we've been having some close games for sure. This hand is solid, pretty solid. We're on the draw. Oh, we're on the play. Okay. Banehound. Ooh. Hopefully we don't get screwed out of this Gideon. Martyr for the cause and just pass. Well, we'll have Angraf soon enough. And Angraf actually lets us scry, so we can look for a plains, second plains. They're making a little attack here. There is the Vraska's thing, the one that kills something that took damage. I'm just gonna take it. Pyrohelix, that's kind of cool. So I can attack with both here. Or just play Angraf. It's kind of awkward because... Huh. Do I scry it to the top? I guess I do. So amass, attack like this. Maybe leave the makeshift battalion back. I don't want to trade like this. I do have the Pyrohelix. This does get a trigger. I want to trigger the battalion. I think I can do that without much problems. So yeah, we have... Yeah. Let's see what happens. Attack with Martyr, attack with Banehound. Well, I want to protect Angraf as much as I can. So I can amass a second time. Yeah, looks... I do imagine that they have the Vraska's thing. And they're gonna destroy the battalion. Yeah, Vraska's Finisher. Finally know the name of it. So Vraska's Finisher. Really a card to play around in this set, because you can really... It's quite a punch if you don't play around it. So we could Pyrohelix, just leave the board, clear. Also getting a Scry seems worth it. Or we could just play the Trusted Pegasus and pass. It's more developing. Whatever. It's not like we need to protect Angraf anyways. Oh, we should have attacked. I forgot it had Menace. But yeah, doesn't matter. 1 second. Okay, so they're attacking Angraf. So they're attacking Angraf. We're just gonna go for the trade here. Are they attacking Angraf? Oh, they are. Okay. So yeah, go for the trade here. Shardy Extractor. Well, we have. I guess I want to protect Angraf. Actually, I do have the Populace, so might as well attack. My plan is just to block with the Populace. My plan is just to block with the Populace. So, Shardy Extractor. Ravnicat War. Well, that's quite bad. Just exiling my already tapped out Angraf. That's more than okay by me. Okay, we're still not hitting our 5th land drop, so yeah, just guess we attack with these two. Trusted Pegasus is such a bomb. It's funny because the previous Pegasi, the 1/3 Pegasus, they were pretty good, and having it as a 2/2 is even better. It just goes to show the high-powered nature of this set. Oh, they have an Angraf of their own. Well, yeah, we'll have no problem killing that with our flyers. Okay. So, yeah, no mystery here, just attack Angraf, attack Angraf. Yep. Give this flying. Angraf's dead. Lay the Griffin. Opponent's out of cards in hand, and we're really doing it here. Okay, Curse of Pegasus. I think I'll kill that. I could offer a trade, but what for? Because the Pyrohelix doesn't get much better targets than this. Okay, we'll scry planes to the top just so we can play Gideon. Then attack. Like this. And the changing of order is really confusing. Whatever. Attack us for 1 lifelink. I don't think we care. Sure, they probably don't have anything, but I always forget that this triggers on more than instants and sorceries. So, give Griffin Vigilance, I imagine. Can also give it lifelink. You already have solid blockers. Well, I think I'll just give it Vigilance anyways. So attack like this. Sure. Well, I kind of decided that on the spot, but maybe I should have given this flying, this indestructible, but then yeah, that would have been better, I think. But this game really feel like we have this game on lockdown. Fabricated explosives. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing with that. So they can destroy these two, but only on their next turn, so that doesn't change much. On to match number 8, currently 5-2. Let's see if we can get 2 final wins. Alright. I found an opponent. We're up against Muta, or something in those lines. This hand really looks like a mulligan. Will never be able to cast Nahab. Have a lot of red spells, not a lot of red mana. This hand is much better. Let's grind that to the bottom, looking for double white, and pass turn. Open up with Martyr, and pass turn. Wouldn't mind a turn 3 Gideon. Prerelease. Oh, Engraph. That's a good draw. Play Pegasus and pass. We're kind of down on cards, being on the play and mulligan to 6. But we're still doing okay. Well, I'm not gonna offer that trade. The more cards, the more creatures I have, the better Engraph gets. Okay, opponent just passes. Excuse me. We draw our Oblivion Ring, very powerful card. And yeah, I'm not gonna fire it off now on the Shriek Diver. Not at all. I'm gonna attack with a Worst Creature. I don't particularly feel like we need to block right now. They want to attack with Shriek Diver, they're gonna give me a lot of attacks. So just pass. A Mixless Cruelty, that's fine. Okay, that might warrant a Prison Realm. A Crypt down a Prison Realm. Oh, Gideon. So what can we do here? I think getting rid of the Cyclops is kind of paramount right now. It's a 4/4 we don't really have an answer for. We could play Engraph, Amass, maybe attack with the Pegasus, looking towards double blocking the Cyclops. But we're kind of risking Engraph for little to no gain. And yeah. So I guess we just will Prison Realm with 4/4. Oh, we even got a Scry. I kind of forgot about that. This card is really good. Oh wow, Nahab is awesome right now. Just what we need with the mana we have. We could attack with the Martyr. I have to want to trade. It's gonna be that much easier to defend our Planeswalkers, so seems like a decent attack. They have an Engraph of their own. Yeah, but our Engraph can help kill theirs. So I think it's the correct play. If we attack with everything, they can just hit our Engraph back. So that's kind of an awkward spot, but I think I like it. We could also attack with both, but then we trade like this and play in a Heb. I like all our lines here, except playing Gideon. Playing Gideon is just plain bad. So say we attack both at Engraph. They block like this. We have Martyr versus their zombie army. Engraph is still on the battlefield but can't activate, and we have an Heb. Otherwise, we can play Engraph, hit Engraph. I could also hit Engraph with just one creature. I don't know. I like both quite a bit. Engraph. Hit like Martyr. I don't know. I like playing the Heb. I'm gonna play the Heb. Excuse me. So hit like this. Trade Pegasus for Shriek Diver. Play the Heb. And the Heb is kind of insane with Gideon. Just whatever ability I give the Heb, it's gonna wear it really well. The Heb with Vigilance, the Heb with Indestructible, the Heb with Lifelink. Lifelink being less important at the moment. Okay, Opportunist. So looks like we're giving, we're probably giving the Heb Indestructible. And we can even make a little bit of a wheel here, although wheeling isn't particularly necessary. We could also just play Engraph and try to protect it as much as we can. I don't know. Let's go for Engraph. Down tick. Attack Engraph. Might as well. Double block. I think the Opportunist, it's gonna be relevant late game. It looks better than the army. And I proliferate Engraph. So this could activate twice, in theory, unless they kill it, of course. Also, yeah, the proliferate gave it to the zombie army, and I totally forgot about that. If you're playing the actual pre-release, just be careful, like, to not miss any proliferate opportunities. You do want to proliferate everything that you have. So we cannot block, but that's fine. They're spending their whole turn doing this, just making it so Engraph cannot activate. So now, looks like a solid turn to play Gids. Good old Gids. Okay, opponent has had enough. Yeah, we played a good game. So, we move on to the finals. Whatever happened here, this is our last game. Let's see how we do. Alright, so we're up against a Shady Milkman. Quite the foreboding encounter. This hand seems solid on the draw. We have a lot of plays, even if we miss our land drops for a bit. Opponent has also Mulligan. So we have Curve, Removal, Pegasus, and now we have land, so this hand's pretty much perfect. It doesn't have any of our more powerful cards, but that's fine. So Tybalt's Razor. Well, we'll just develop here. I'd rather use Jaya's Greeting once I have more of the board. Just keep developing. And now the Pegasus can really enable some attacks here. Okay, attacking. This has first strike, so I really have no blocks. I could chump with the Initiate, but let's not do that. Well, we drew some expensive spells, which is kind of awkward. Oh, first time seeing this card. It's a pretty good, aggressive card. So play Rising Populace. Attack like this, I guess. We're kind of leaving the Tybalt's Razors kind of free. Maybe leaving the Martyr as a good blocker is worth it. Because say they attack with everything, we're not really gonna have good blocks. Yeah, the Martyr kind of keeps the Tybalt's Razors in check. They can't really attack with the Tybalt's Razors. Maybe I should have attacked the Initiate because it isn't doing much blocking at the moment. Yeah, they see that they can't really attack with the Razors. So yeah, here we just take 2. Okay, that's a big guy. Our deck really struggles against the Cyclops. 4 toughness creatures are a little bit of a struggle for us. So, play the Battalion. This time we'll attack with the Initiate. Sure, it's like a good chump blocker, but I wanna get the damage I can. Because chumping with it is pretty good because it triggers the Populace. What is that? Tybalt. Okay, I thought it was Angrath for a second. Angrath would be pretty game-winning versus us at this moment. So block, probably block here. Maybe I want to pressure Tybalt, but I already have the trusted Pegasus to pressure Tybalt, so I'm fine going for this down trade here. I mean, one of these will have chumped attacked, although it can use its trigger. Could also double block the Cyclops, since it's such a problem for us. Populace would be a 5/5. But Populace is already being a 5/5. I like this block, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a blocking scientist. Oh, okay, they're sacrificing the Imp, gaining a trigger. Oh, they're killing the Populace. That's very annoying. Yeah, that is very annoying. Yeah, the Populace would get pretty big. I see their point, but they still no. They're trading the Razor for the Battalion. Yeah. Well, at least I get to kill Tybalt. That's the silver lining here. So, what's the least creatures we can attack it with? Probably like this. Yeah, get Tybalt out of here. So yeah, they got very little value out of the Tybalt. They just got one single Devil token and 3 points of life. So yeah. It's a funny flavor text.
This set actually has a super cool combination of funny flavor text and super serious flavor text, which I really like. It just gives the whole set a very cool feel. Like it's a really important story point. It's a really dramatic set, but it still feels lighthearted and it's fun. Magic should be fun. It's fun to play, and the flavor text helps. This is another good one from the Cyclops philosopher himself. But yeah, I like how the game's going. Opponent has slowed down a bit at this point. We have Giles Greeting to kind of like get him. Okay. So we'll block the links, which is kind of chump attacking at the moment. Oh, we're at 4. Okay. Well, we already lost a game for not checking our life total, so let's be careful. So okay, we'll do it like this, and I think we're baiting our opponent quite nicely to sacrifice the initiate. Battlefield promotion. Well, we just gotta let it happen, because if I respond, well, I'll just Giles Greeting now, so I don't take the damage from the initiate. It would be much better if they didn't. Oh, the Wanderer. Oh boy, this game, the Wanderer is gonna be a super good, nice draw now. Sure, the Lynx is still kind of a problem. Would we have the Initiate to chump for a bit? I kind of want to proliferate the Lynx. Let's proliferate the Lynx. Because now we get to exile the Cyclops, chump the Lynx, and hopefully exile this next turn. Yeah, that was... Yeah, I talked about this as like a niche interaction, but we actually got to see it this league, which is pretty cool. Just showing you the versatility of Proliferate. How about that? Alright, so hopefully they drew something pretty bad. We can exile the Lynx, and then we'll be in tip-top shape. There is the 5 mana deal 5/2. There's the Lava X of the set. But oh, that is a big flyer, but we're still doing fine. It's not a lethal threat. Hopefully we can. Oh crap! We can't play Engraph. That's kind of bad. That is kind of bad. So I think this costs 3 to activate, and since we can't do anything else, let's activate it. Attack with just it. Oh, so this prevents, to me, and other permanents, so we are actually safe from the Lava X of the set, as long as we can protect the Wanderer. Okay, and now we're gonna have a blocker for Tomek. So, yeah, everything's coming up Millhouse. So, this doesn't have first strike. I'll leave as many blockers as I can. Ooh, Feather. Oh, that could be a problem. That's not lethal at the moment, but that is a big problem. Because we're gonna have to chump block if they attack with everything, whatever happens. Which is pretty bad for us. We're gonna have to chump block. That's pretty bad. But it's not that bad, because we can block Tomek, block Chump Feather, and then we can Chump Feather forever. So the board is kind of in equilibrium, and we can also attack with Manticore. Also, opponent's being passive, so that's good for us. So now, we have the choice between Prison Realm and Engraph. Prism Realm seems fine. Because I wanna get rid of this feather, because they can just remove one flyer and win the game. Don't want that to happen. We also get a nice little scry, which is at this point of the game is very welcome. So exile feather. Okay, that seems like an early conceit, but that's fine. Yeah, got the game. Got a well fought 7-2. So just a couple last thoughts on this league. You saw that we could splash for colors, but we ended up trying to play conservatively and just go a solid 2-color deck, which I think paid us off quite nicely, especially with all the double-colored spells. But yeah, and I think you do want to have, like, how could we splash? We could play a bunch of geodes, like, I think we had one geode and then the guild globes, but then we run into a problem, which is, I think this set is really high powered. Like, everyone's doing really powerful curve outs. Everyone, like, the set has good, solid removal. I just think you should be ready to play a really high-powered, limited environment. So this isn't like Rivals of Ixalan Sealed, if you play that. If you haven't, it's like play literally all your bombs. So play 4 colors if you need to. Just make sure you play all your best cards. I don't think this set is necessarily it. I think it can go. Your opponents can go into quite powerful curve outs. And if you're gonna spend all your time like grinding, like spinning your wheels trying to get your colors, maybe getting mana screwed, sometimes you're gonna get punished pretty quickly. So just be careful with your mana base. Sure, going 3 colors is super reasonable a lot of the time, especially green. Green is has really solid fixing this time around. But yeah, so yeah, my parting thoughts are like, be ready to play on a really high-powered environment with high-powered removal. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope you had fun. I hope you had fun on your pre-release, on your arena sealed leagues, whatever you choose to play this new set. I hope you have fun in the new constructed format, in the new standard that's starting now. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.